the table I was at was needing to be used for playing a magic game, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I will move to the other room. So here we are. Back to the crafting. Well, no, not crafting. Harvesting. Words are hard. Also noticed whenever I came into Thundering Steps, I got the next step, or the first step, I should say, of Darkened Shard. It's interesting because I never did examine the Darkened Shard in my inventory to get the quest started. But it started when I came into the Thundering Steps after having that in my bag. That's the one, by the way, that's, it does the Splitpaw starter. So, it's the one that starts at the gnollish terraporters, which is the guys who, there's a gnoll abductor and things like that who will grab you and put you into a prison, and you have to escape from it. And so there's a whole quest line that ends up going into Sundered Splitpaw, which is a zone off of Thundering Steps. Yeah, it's a fairly long quest line because once you get into Sundered Splitpaw, you have a bunch of different quests available to do in there. So. I don't have a lot of interest in starting it quite yet, but maybe later at some point I will. For now, after the grueling experience hunting for a branch in the Froglok village, I'm just like, oh, gotta calm down and do some harvesting. All that looking in, tree canopies is just a little bit much. Oh, looks like Pequin is here in the Thundering Steps as well. If you kill too many of these centaurs without killing enough gnolls to balance it out, then you can end up having them be aggro to you. Normally, you can run all over Thundering Steps where these guys are, and you don't have to worry about being attacked in their areas. If you make the mistake of decreasing your faction with them enough to make them aggro to you, then you can go and kill gnolls, and it will rebalance your faction with them. It'll decrease with the gnolls and increase with the centaurs. It won't work the other way. Like, you can't kill the centaurs to increase your faction with the gnolls and make them not aggro to you. They just hate you no matter what you do. So you want to you take a little bit of care to not kill too many centaurs without killing any gnolls. Don't know. It can be a real trouble if they're aggro to you. $23 of 40 wood, I wonder. Oh, I know what he's talking about. For the Dusty Stone. Oh, it's the striped red ant. How amazing. Okay, so I can now go turn that in. Did not expect to get that. I suppose I will hop over here to the Griffin Station and fly toward Antonica and jump on my way. That's awesome. Of course, it's important not to add these items to your collections when you get them, because if you don't have them when you go to her, then your quest will not update. So you do have to have the item in order to get that quest to update. And that's consistent across all of her quests. Ah, yes, I ran right off the edge. That's what I get for taking a drink while running. Remember, folks, no drinking and running.
Salutations.
Oh, that was nice. Found a cairn while flying over. Well, I'll take it. It probably would have been just as fast for me to just run over as to take the griffin and fly like this, but it allowed me to, do other things instead of controlling the character during that flight time. So things like taking a drink, for instance, is good. Alright, so Elowys Laceleaf is going to be over here in front of a little hut at the back of the docks. She's the one who is the big collector. She wants all of the pristine butterflies. And it turns out she would like some pristine of many other things as well. She's quite the perfectionist when it comes to her acquisitions. definitely have a lot of collections that I have started and haven't gotten very far on. Just to have a look here. It really wants me to add the striped ant to my collection, and I really don't want to do that because I would like to have the striped ant whenever I come over here and talk to Elowys. She would be quite put out if I didn't. Here she is. Strangely, she does not have a feather over her head. She should. Don't know why she doesn't.
Hello
I
there.
flick her. She says, "Hi, how's it going?" I say, "It's going well. Here's your ant." She says, "Ouch, it bit me." "Oh no, I dropped it. Where'd it go? Do you see it? How did it escape so quickly? Oh no, oh no." And I say, because I'm a fool, I say, "Calm down, I'll find you another one." Now, you see how that works? That's how this lady operates, you know? She's got some kind of a scam going on, you know? She'll be like, "Oh, the butterfly's wing isn't perfect. I asked for a perfect butterfly." And then there you are, having to go out and meet her insane demands. So by the end of all this, you have to find 3 striped red ants because, you know, she loses the first one, you got to find another one, and then of course you have your own quest, your own collection that you're trying to do. So it's like, oh my gosh, you know, you want this pretty much rare item, and now I've got to find 3 of that rare item. It's insane. Insane, I tell you. And her reward is, let's see here, for this one, it's a large collector's pouch, it says, but if you look at this, you'll see that her idea of large is not the same as our current idea of large. When this quest was first in the game, a 14 pouch bag was very large. And so it's not exactly that she's tricking you or that it wasn't a good quest at the time. But certainly it has diminished in how useful it is at this point. But I am excited to get that update on this quest. It's just an interminably long thing. And unfortunately, there's not really any easy way to go about it. You could buy it on the broker if you want to spend the money for a striped red ant. But realistically, I don't think that most people are going to want to do that just to get a bag that is not huge. You know, these bags that I have on right now, 18 slots. You know, 14 slots isn't much worse, but it's not as good and it's not better. So for me, I would not be doing it for the reward alone, I don't think. Not when you can just buy larger ones. For much less than the red ant will cost you. Not to mention the other collectibles that you need along the way. And so back to the harvesting. I have invited Pequin to come and harvest over here where I'm harvesting, and that way he can harvest just the rocks that he needs for his quest updates, and I can harvest the bushes and logs and things like that, and then we can respawn what he needs faster, and I'm just harvesting while I wait anyway. So it seems like it could help his quest move along a little faster. I bet he's over, yeah, okay. He's over close to the griffins, probably where he's heading, or where he came from, so. Should be a lot faster and easier over here. Instead of using the mouse button to click the nodes, you can just use the F key. I won't say, I mean, it's not really any faster. It's just, you know, the harvesting itself, that is. It's just that if, I don't know, it's just nice to switch it up, I guess, sometimes. It's mostly what, he says he got all the stones, and he's returning to turn it in. Okay, well, cool. In that case, may as well harvest the rocks as well. I was just reading something about doom scrolling and their idea of why people doom scroll. And, well, I think that my opinion is that they just are thinking to themselves, just like many things in life, they'll watch something or they'll read something and they'll be like, oh, you know, just read what the reply to that is. Read one more thing, and then one more thing leads to another thing, and it seems like that's primarily all it really is. It's the tendency to say, I'll just do one more thing and then I'll be done. Just gonna eat one more potato chip. And then the whole bag is gone pretty soon, in much the same way that you say that with, as you're... And this also applies to, like, TikTok and things. I mean, people have a tendency to let things that are small build up into something that's large. And so the next thing you know, it's 3 in the morning and they're still looking at their phone. I think it's I mean, I don't know. I did not finish watching the video about it because I don't know, I just didn't feel like I had time to watch a 45-minute video about why people doom scroll. Maybe I will at some point. Maybe I won't. Not sure why that popped into my head right now. Maybe because I'm gathering and I'm thinking about the fact that sometimes you can get caught gathering in the same kind of way. If you've been sitting monotonously clearing an area of the harvesting nodes, maybe you should get off and go to bed at some point, but you might say to yourself, oh, well, you know, let me just get this last node. But as you're getting it, another node spawns, and maybe it's, you know, something that you're looking for could be in that rock. So you're like, oh, well, okay, just one more. And you can end up doing the same kind of thing with harvesting as you can with doom scrolling or TikTok watching or any number of similar things. So, yeah, that's my deep thought of the moment. Not particularly deep, but there we are. It's philosophy hour with Copernicus, minus the philosophy. On the plus side, I've added a good number of harvests to my bags, and the guild harvesting depot will thank me. That would actually be hilarious if, when you deposit things into the depots, the you could maybe program it as the owner of the depot to say thank you for your contribution. Be hilarious. It looks like Pequin is currently in the Willowwood. I think that, I don't know if he has updated his Dusty Bluestone yet or not, but looks like he'll probably have some running back and forth to do before he's available to do any real adventuring. So I've got a little bit more time to grab some of these harvesting nodes, and then I can pop over and deposit them in the depot, and maybe we can go do something in the adventuring arena. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the rares that I've been getting. Looks like I've got a piece of severed wood. It's severed fur specifically. I've got a lion to outrun. That's not as rare. A couple of sparkling flowers. They're okay. Ooh, well, okay. A couple of kerboily pelts. I suppose we can count the sparkling tooth, but pretty much that's. We haven't been just flying along with rare drops. It's funny on live. It's like you go to harvest something, you just like bend down and then stand up, bend down and then stand up. And here it's like you go to harvest and you've got a solid amount of time that you're harvesting, even with the harvesting equipment. On live, you can barely even hear the sound effects of anything happening. actually didn't even realize that I was in group chat. I suppose I wasn't paying attention. And another shiny. Ah, sparkling flower. You know, it makes a sound as if it's a rare, which I suppose technically it is, sparkling things, but at the same time it's kind of like, I think it's more of an uncommon than a rare, if that makes sense. I think it's because you can get them from anything, so the chance of getting one is higher than the chance of getting any other rare in a given tier. Plus, it's like when you get one of those items that are just used for imbuing, it's like it doesn't actually matter whether it's a tooth or a flower or what it is, because it's all going to qualify as sparkling material anyway. It doesn't matter what the material in question is. Oh, apparently I need some lion cubs. That quest that updated just then was Kuranim of the Seven Folds of Leaf, and that's one of the ones that you get from the, I think he's called the Master of the Hunt or something like that, over on the west coast. He's a centaur standing in front of some flags. If you click on each of those flags around him, you get a quest from each flag there. Some of them are very easy, some of them are more difficult. But at the end of that, once you've turned them all in, which you go back to those flags and place the markers, place flags, something like that. And once you do that, then you get a final quest. And I seem to recall that there's a decent reward for that last quest. Can't remember what it is, but it feels like it was a pretty good reward. I was thinking about it, and I don't remember when Darklight Wood and Gorwin came out. Even in relation to anything else happening. Timorous Deep, I think. Timorous Deep, that's what it's called. Looks like I have a good number of quests still to do in the Thundering Steppes. They're starting to go great at me, so that's something I might want to jump on at some point. I think... Yeah, I guess I'll go get those. See, there we go. I was just thinking I might go back and dump the harvesteds into the depot. And then I saw these windswept stones over here, and I'm like, oh, I want to get the windswept stones. Might be a palladium in there. Alright. Call Enos, get this stuff deposited, and then we'll see if anybody's up for anything. I don't think I have any vendor junk really that I want to sell. So I will just head down below, caves, willow wood, and deposit some stuff. I see this guild around Aes Sedai, and I think of course, man, I'm telling you, my brain is dead. The book, it's a series. It has Aes Sedai. It has Randall Thor. It has a name. It's by that guy. I'm doing really well. Robert E. Howard is not the guy. That's not the guy. It's the other guy. Robert E. Howard wrote Conan. Yep. Brain is firing occasionally, not in any particular order. The other guy. Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time series by the guy. He died while he was writing it, and Brandon Sanderson took over. Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. Close with the Robert E. Howard. Got it. Robert Jordan. So anyway, the part of that's important is that my guild on Live is named Children of the Light, which was had a dual purpose at the time that I gave it that name. But part of the purpose, one half of the purpose, was that our guild is based in Kinos, and it wasn't entirely a good aligned guild. It wasn't into the role playing or anything like that, but because it was based in Kinos, and at the time all of the players in it were Canosian, I thought it would be humorous to name it that, especially since Canosians are often doing things that are not really very nice things necessarily, and yet they consider themselves to be the good guys, right? Which I think lines up with the Aes Sedai, yes, but primarily with the Children of the Light that are in that story. So, to see the Aes Sedai Guild, which was a similar and aligned, somewhat aligned group with the Children of the Light in the series, I keep seeing it around, and the name of the guild on here is Hand of the Light, which is a combination of another guild on that server and my guild, because we kind of made we merged guilds sort of when we came to this server. They were an ally guild, I guess you'd call it, on the main server, or on the live server. And so every time I see them around, I kind of chuckle to myself. Hello. Well, let's see, there's a lot of conversation going on here that I missed. I'm going to go ahead and invite the Garrison again, or was it? Oh, Outer Rake, so yeah. No sense in inviting that one because he's too low level. Assume I'm trying to catch up. Okay, let's see. Rescue Zone. I'm also on the step in the Return of Light where I need to find someone interested in the Burnout Light stuff. Part of it involved the murder of a Stormhold undead. Yeah, it's the Blue Rock. Okay. Alright. Good to know. Let's see what step of the Dusty Blue Stone Keen is on. Deliver the bag of enchanted steel bars to Olden Highguard and Thundermist Village. I don't remember what comes after that.
Hello.
If we are planning to meet at Stormhold, then I may as well go ahead and head over there. Ah, good. I mended my armor at some point. Good for me. You know, one thing that I do wish that they were implementing at the same rate on this server as on live is the like the holiday events, the Halloween McDonald Field quests over here, with the like the Pumpkin King or whatever he was really cool. And I really enjoyed when the Knights of the Dead events came out. And of course, everyone always likes the Frostfell events. It feels like I don't see any reason not to implement those on this server, unless it's just no, I can't really imagine why they don't want to. Let's see if any of these are available. Cool. No luck on the bell ringers. Go grab some shinies while I'm here. And I may have also Lord Byron is up. I doubt it. Nope, he's not. And some people. We've got 9 players in here. 2 of them are nearby enough to show on track, which means the other ones are probably down, maybe on the 3rd level. We can hope. Looks like Marinin, the Scion of Suffering, is up, so that would be one of the scions that is needed by Pequin. I believe. Then we can head on down and see if... Oh, wait, there's a shiny. Missed that. But I may as well see if any of the other scions are up. I see Defiled Lord Steingrove is up. Don't need him for anything right now. No scion up in this room. And I doubt that the scion in the library entrance is up, because if he was, he would probably already show on track. But I'll go make sure, just in case for some reason he isn't registering. He's definitely not there. By the way, if you ever get a quest in here, it's a dropped quest, I believe for a harpoon, and you're looking for an area that has a fishy history, this would be where you want to go. These fish right here are the ones that you want to click to update that quest. So, for future reference, it's not a common drop, but every once in a while you will get it. I can't remember exactly what the quest starter is called, but it's like a fishing harpoon or something. A fisherman's harpoon, maybe? Anyway, you'll recognize it when you see it because it'll talk about seeking out a place that has a fishy history. I had initially thought of the fisherman goblins that are on the 3rd level, but that is not correct. Guard Captain Hest's up. I don't need him either. Well, there's a group. Ah, 13 players in the zone now. By the way, in case you're unaware, there is a writ that will lead you down to here. This is the only place you can find rot zombies in Stormhold. So if you have that quest, this is the spot. You come clear these guys out, and then you're done with that for the moment, and you can go do something else. Come back later. I don't need to be invised. Everything in this portion of Stormhold is still gray to me, or is gray to me, unless I'm mentoring. It's supposed to be more accurate. Interesting. Looks like a bit of a fight. Ah, yes, the very person that I need. The only person in here that I need. Lord Byron. Ah, oh well. Wow. We can pull this one again, looks like. And it says you pull on the bell ringer, but nothing happens, so that did not spawn one of the sirens. Random corpse on the ground. I think I will go back this direction. I think that Stormhold is a pretty cool place. It took me a good little while to learn how to navigate the twists and turns without a map. I think maybe though, I don't know. It may not have taken as long as actually as the down below did at first. I don't know why, but I did have a lot of trouble learning the down below. Partially because Stormhold is fairly straightforward. I mean, it twists and turns, but I don't know. I think it's maybe easier for me to pick up on for some reason. Now, when I'm down here, McClevin and Locknaw still show up, and there are upstairs in the room, in the chessboard room. So interesting. I guess it was because I'm directly below them. May need some of those dust crawlers and things. I think I still have cleansing filth. Can't remember how many times that's repeatable. Do each of the cleansing the filth options, or the quartermaster Berlin options. Uh-oh, out of Rixa ran out of ash. Ash is that? I think that might be tier 3. Oh, I see the problem. He is not in the guild house at the moment because he is an evil character, and so he probably doesn't want to go across the world to Kinos to use the depot there, especially because he doesn't have a woodworking table in the guild hall yet. So he would be able to use the depot, but he would not be able to pick up, or he wouldn't be able to craft inside the building itself. He could pick up a stack or two of wood, and that would be fine. Like these guys have that shiny, because they obviously are working that room. Here we have a new group of adventurers, I believe. Let's see. We had 13. Looks like some have left. Any interest? Says Adarixa. I see. Let's see. My Call of Kinos is still down for another 36 minutes. That would mean that I would have to do it by just running over and getting, zoning in that way. I guess I may as well, because it looks like Pequin is having to go back to town anyway, so I may as well go do that, and then hopefully we will all be ready to embark upon the Great Stormhold adventure. Perhaps. If you're in Stormhold and it's one of the first times that you've been in there on a character, always remember that if you're in the library, you need to unlock that door to be able to get into the back entrance from outside later on. So even if you're trying to run out the door, that will not unlock the door unless you right click and unlock it. Yeah, that's a couple of pieces of fur as well. Yeah, I suppose. I see. He's making some mastercrafted gear for the key, so that's cool. Alright, 2 glowing materials, 2 severed fur, and I don't know, a few stacks maybe of the ash, severed ash. At first, when he said that he was out of ash, I was thinking that that he meant that the depot was out of ash, and I'm thinking, there's no way that we're out of ash. That's highly unlikely. So now I'm interested to see exactly how much ash we have in there. Alrighty, Willow what it is. It's interesting that they removed Hovel from Nettleville Hovel, but they still have it on the door, so when you mouse over the door to Nettleville Hovel, it still says that. But when you look at it on the map or when people refer to it, it's always just Nettleville. And yet, it's not just Willow Wood, it's the Willow Wood and the Bauble Shard. It's interesting. When they changed the name to Nettleville instead of Nettleville Hovel, they did it because I think they felt it was demeaning to the inhabitants of Nettleville or some such like that, which is kind of strange because they kept Beggar's Court as the name for Beggar's Court. I'm just wondering how much more of an insult it is to call a town a hovel than it is to refer to a town as Beggar's Court. Strange decision, in my opinion. Alright, now he needed 2 pieces of fur. And he needed some glowing material, right? Glowing? No, sparkling. He needed sparkling. So we'll just take a couple of sparkling tooths, sparkling teeth. You decide. And some severed ash, in which we'll just take, let's take 5 stacks. And then we can go put that in the guild bank. Boy, this is a long zone today, apparently. There we go. I'm also out of drink. There we are. Fixed that problem. And now to put some of this in here so that he can make some Pequin some probably weapons. And then, since I'm waiting around anyway, I may as well go back and deposit some of those collectibles that I have. Grab totems from Bank 2. Well, I think I will. Alright, I think oh my goodness. I was not joking about the totems. I guess I can cart those over, or a lot of those over to the guild. Let's see how many we have. Are they all wound pepper? They kind of are, aren't they? Okay. Then in that case, I will grab a good number of them and go throw them into the depot. Make this a little easier. Ah, but it doesn't want to auto inventory it. How rude. Okay, one by one, I guess it is. Alright, looks like Pequin does have to save the powerful undead at this point. Alright. Good enough for the moment. We'll go deposit these items. And then I can head over to meet Pequin at Stormhold. And it looks like Atarixa has gotten level 29 woodworker. So I would imagine that he's going to be logging over to Garagum soon too. If I click deposit all, then it's going to deposit all of my stuff, poisons, potions, and totems. Since I only want to throw the totems in, I'm going to just do it one by one. Alright, that ought to create a little bit of room in my bags, and so, all is well. Alright, looks like I do need to make one more stop. Well, okay, Pequin's... Yeah, no, it'll just be easier if I grab them. I'm right here at the bank, and that way he can get his update, and I can hand him to him when we meet up. Let's see, got the harvesting tools a week yesterday. Better save that as it is, so that we don't miss it later. Let's see here. Okay, looks like he picked them up, so that works too. Excellent. Alright, in that case, I'm going to switch into my adventuring gear while I'm thinking of it, and therefore I do something foolish.
Hello there. Can I...
For any of you who've been watching and hoping for a fight, ha! That was a distant dream, huh? But maybe soon. Who knows? So our guild is level 25 now, and 7% toward the next level. I think the next any kind of benefits come from level 30, and I don't really remember what opens up at that point. I think that guild cloaks are one of the things that is going to be available at level 30 that isn't available now. I think that they were implemented in the game by now. Not 100% certain. I haven't noticed anybody running around wearing guild cloaks, but I'm not very visually observant, so I can't say for sure that they haven't been. Alright, looks like we are all in Antonica on our various ways to
Hello.
Stormhold. Hopefully, this should go pretty quickly. Pequin indicated when he was still in Kinos that he only has another 30 minutes or so, which isn't wonderful, but it's not too bad. We can probably get a good ways along in his quest in that length of time. And go down to Pequin so that everything that's aggro to him will also be aggro to us, and it'll give him a little bit of a boost to his XP gain as well. So, with me and Gargrim both mentoring him, you know, it's not going to give him a huge XP bonus, but it will give him a little bit of an XP bonus. So, may as well. Alright, we can start getting ready, and hopefully Pequin will be along very shortly. Darkroom forgot to grab his totems. The good news, I have some in my bags that he can use. So, apparently I'm examining what they look like on my eel. Let's see, that is power regen, but I should have some health. There we go. Let's see. Pequin will also need some power regen. Not as important for me, so we will trade one of those. And good counters will be had by all. Share my quests with these guys in case there's anything we don't have. For maximum XP gain for all. Can't share Barrack's Revenge, of course. And probably they have everything, but just in case they don't, it makes sense to share what I can. How did the garden go? It's from Antonica, and it is to go into here. And there's also corroborating the existence of Stormhold library. So both of those end up taking you into here, and they're sort of a discovery quest. So. That's a nice one. Whereabouts of Clan Mountain Marin is the Thundering Steps when... There we go, right at their garden grove. And they've already completed it. Thought they probably did. Also, does the Underforge exist is the other one. And they've also gotten that one. So, I think they're pretty good on all of the quests. Alright, all caught up. Opportunity that you can do in that case. Start with the scout, who gets seconded by the fighter with a kick, and then the healer has to cast, I believe, a heal to do the next part of that. Pequin was asking if the click clear works right now. We said it does, but he said it isn't working for him, so I wonder if it's just working for potions, and maybe not yet for the cures that a healer has. I do technically have a healer on this server, but it's still very low level, still on the island, so. Everything goes so much smoother when you have the tank. I think with the quest that Pequin is on, he just has to kill a large number of things. Oh, okay, so it's the more powerful tools in Stormhold. It actually only needs 4 more, which isn't too bad. One more, looks like. needs the scions, and the Villanelles remains. Alrighty, well. Busted blue stone is knocked out. Probably needs a key to the past. Oh, I see. He has to update the Dusty Blue Stone in North Kinos now. Lots of that kind of thing going on there. Ah, yes. Okay, I see it. Okay, I found it. It looks like he needs squires for his. Ah, I'm talking to myself. Apparently, you're not in group. Hold on. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yeah, I was just about to tell you guys that that he needs squires. So I would say that that would be priority number 1 for him right now.
I didn't have my volume on, so whatever you just said, I missed it.
Kill the squires. Some this way, right here.
Yeah, he doesn't have it checked, it seems.
Yeah.
There's one squire.
I went and got us some life leeches too. I knew that deep down in your heart of hearts you actually wanted those.
We just really like fighting life leeches.
Oh, I love it. You know, just the way that their goo splatters all over the floor is exciting. The squishy sounds that they make when you hit them.
A weird little squeal. So, do we want to do the scion, or do we want to kill squires?
I think we should go for the squires personally.
Alright.
The good news is that while we're doing his Key to the Past quest, we should have a decent chance of running into at least one of the scions. Where are you trying to go to?
Squires. There's a pile of them in here. I think they might be gray, but...
Yeah, they will be. There's 3 green ones up right now.
Squires or squires?
There they are. so difficult to determine what behind the life leech is.
What is behind the ooze?
Yes, here we have this round creature with no eyes. Go behind it.
Well, you can probably bet that it's, you know, the opposite side of wherever I am.
Yeah, you would think so, but it took me a little while to find it nonetheless.
Okay, I think he still needs to find Squire pages, unless it's just not updating or something.
Okay, come over here.
These are centuries, but
Oh, I
that'll
know.
work.
The squires were on the other side.
I had to fix your guys' voice, but sounds is awful.
What'd you say, Pequin?
Speaker, the voice volume is bad.
Ah. I think I'll go ahead and grab all these life leeches and then go grab those squires over there.
That sounds good.
Just clear the room so we can get the Lord without interference. Blast these arcane status effects.
I don't know when I get the Cure Arcane.
Dang these leeches.
I'm gonna grab this squire into our little fun here. May as well hit him with the AoEs.
I suppose. Assuming Pequin needs squires.
It looks like he is on the step where he needs to take it to the librarian now.
Ah, do we want to leave the Lord up for that then?
It's probably a good idea.
To the library. Wow, we're so fast. Somehow I pulled all these skeletons.
could probably invis down a little ways so that we can get a little further on this.
Probably, yeah.
I don't see any scions up right now. Alright, I can invis this again, and we can probably get all the way to the library without aggroing anything so that he can update. You have to click the great Pequin.
I didn't know what you were waiting for.
I just didn't want the invis to come off of you guys in this room. Okay, better kill that defiled squall because he's going to wander around and we may run into Chemo who's updating. Or you can just run an update real quick while he's still coming around, but he is making his way around the bookcase right now.
Around the entire...
Yeah, he's going inside the little labyrinth in there, and he's very close to us at the moment. Filed Squall is on its way back around.
To dispel your stealth to talk to the librarian.
Alright, here comes the defiled squall this way now.
I got the update for that.
Cool.
Nice, okay. It looks like you need the Knight's Journal now.
Well, there's plenty of knights.
It took me a little bit to zone in, so yeah, they're a little ahead of me.
No Scion. No shiny either.
There is a shiny. Right there.
Well, there's two knights right here.
Nice.
Just one maybe. No, there's two. All right, ghouls.
I think we just have to keep killing Knights until we get the update, right?
I think I got one of them.
From this guy? Oh wait, that would be from the knights probably.
Okay, yeah, it shows you have the 21st page and you need to get the 28th page.
I need one more of those rats.
Probably these centipedes.
All of the rats and centipedes in the world.
This guy might count. He's got knight in his name.
I think we're looking for defiled knights, and all we have is zombie knights. I don't think those count. There are a couple of defiled knights up over here.
Belfast Ace?
Sorry?
Pardon?
I'm not sure, but the knights are this way. Only the defiled knights will count for this.
Okay, well let's just get past these guys then.
Oh, okay, sure.
Figured I'd check down there for any knights, but I think they're all in the other room.
Yeah, come this way. I've got it on track from this way. Ah, never mind. Come fight those. Come back this way.
Hmm?
Cloud Knight's this way.
Ah, there is a knight there.
Your knight's coming up on you.
I noticed. That'd be nice if I didn't have a master one.
Cloud Knight's in here.
Yeah, just waiting on some energy regen for you.
Good enough. Yep, there you go. on track at the moment. We'll probably have to go back downstairs for more.
Figured we'd head towards the chessboard because there's probably some knights near. Yeah, there's some knights towards the back of the room.
Yes. No, those, yeah, there's a couple there.
Might have gotten a little greedy.
I mean, it's looking okay so far. Looks like you're getting a little bit low on power. Do you have any power potions?
No.
Cool. That's okay. Pequin has plenty of power. He can just keep us alive no matter what happens.
Mitigation is high.
Yeah, it's fine. Power, who needs it? On the plus side, there are plenty of defiled knights up now.
Oh yeah, tons. Gonna definitely wait for some energy regen though.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, considering I just blew all of our energy fighting like half the room.
Did you auto-consume your Totems of the Winged Viper?
I just put it on auto consume.
Cool.
I did not have it on auto consume.
Me too. I had mine on auto-consume earlier, but I I must not have put it on the new stack.
On the bright side, we got a nice clear area to fight these knights in.
It's true.
Looks like we got the update. So back to the library.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah, we should be able to invis most of the way there, if not all of the way there.
Okay, I'll wait here for invis.
Good plan. I remember when I first started coming to Stormhold and I had trouble getting over that jump there. It was causing great difficulty for a while. My Mario skills were less, less good.
Have to break stealth for that shiny.
You should slow down because my stealth isn't back up yet.
I mean, there's nothing in this hallway though.
Okay, I better get moving out of here.
Alright, then I will call us to the start of this soon. Unless you have something you need down here, Drakram.
I'm good.
Okay, I'll call the escape.
Alright, I'll see you all in a little bit.
Alright, see you later. Stop unicorn. Destruction and pain remains at least on these. Let's see if any of these are clickable. No. Looks looks like Garagrum clicked the nest. So I don't know if that was just now or early. Right, so Garagrum is wanting to go do some crafting. And I'm thinking I will log out. I don't know if I'll log out for the night or if I'll just log out for a little while. Gonna have to do something about supper, I'm afraid. So, one way or another, I will see you folks later. I'll grab these shinies and then call Kinos and log out for a while. You guys have fun and hopefully enjoy some EverQuesting while I'm gone. See you later. Bye bye.